meaning to have all of these leaders coming from China. I understand General Wang Li, who is the foreign relations advisor to the Communist Party, is also in here. We have delegations from India and my own favorite Kenyan President William Ruto is in here, and I will personally be looking forward to the messages of solidarity that these leaders bring. And these messages are not perfunctory. It holds a lot of significance, and even to individuals like you and I, the kind of recognition that we get anytime you travel, you say you are a Ghanaian, obviously because of the leadership that people like President John Mahama provide and continue to provide. It bears a lot of meaning for you and I, the ordinary Ghanaian, and a broader economic implication in terms of how people may want to come back into the country regards just the relationship, the friendship that they have between each other. So it is quite a very important diplomatic convergence that we have here at the Black Star Square, and I'm excited. Yeah.
Great. Councillor, I want you to just have a bite on that as well, the significance of the coming in of all these big wigs from the neighboring countries and also the other parts of the world.
You see, like I pointed out earlier, Ghana is not an island. To the extent that we are not an island and we are bordered by other neighboring countries, it's important that you foster very good relationship with your neighbors. It's important to say that H.E. John Dramani Mahama is a master of a certain level of statecraft that endears him to his colleague heads of states. Remember that he has been the head of ECOWAS. He had chaired the ECOWAS community. Today, you notice that some countries within West Africa have given the indication that they even want to get out of the ECOWAS. These things are not good enough for the sub-regional body. It's also important to make the point, and that is why he himself took it upon himself to visit these heads of states ahead of today's event. The thing is to rekindle that friendship, that relationship that has always existed between Ghana. And listen, Ghana, as we know, became the first country south of the Sahara to get its independence. As a result of that singular decision of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, it became an eye-opener. And so Ghana has always been a torchbearer, a lighthouse, as far as the common struggle of our people is concerned. And that is what is obvious in terms of the foreign policy posturing of H.E. John Dramani Mahama, is to continue that Pan-African agenda started by Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. It's also important to make the point that we are in very serious economic conditions or crisis. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is leaving an economy that is completely ravished and battered. You need to start immediate engagement, with the European Union, the World Bank, the IMF, all of this. And some of this thing is heavily dependent on credibility. The credibility of the leader is very important. And I've always maintained that one of the things that affected this economy so much was that we got to a point where people didn't see any credibility associated with leadership in the country. And so the international donors, foreign partners, are all looking towards Ghana taking up this leadership mantle again. And look, I have no doubt in my mind that H.E. John Dramani Mahama is going to restore that level of dignity back to the presidency, because it's important. Nobody wants to deal with a person whose words doesn't mean anything. So that when your president says there shall not be any haircut, and the next time people wake up and it's not a haircut but a haircut, it doesn't speak well. Look, I say this, when you go on the internet now, there's this popular American, I should think rapper or comedian, Michael Blankson.
Yeah, Michael, yeah.
He has a major thing that he said, because he invested over $1 million into our bonds.
Yeah.
And then we failed to pay him the principal and the interest. He went on to social media to say that Ghana has stolen my money. Investors will go online to go and find out more about the country. And once they click and they see said comments, they begin to be what? A bit more careful and conscious. And so these things have affected us in a long time. And so this coming of H.E. John Dramani Mahama is a certain renewal of hope, both within and external. Look, I speak to you. Cocoa Board used to do syndicated loan at a little over 1%. 2023 we did in excess of 8% on syndicated loan. It's never happened in 23 years. That's our credibility. For the first time in 2023 we went for syndicated loan, and the insurance premium or loan that we needed to pay was humongous. It's never happened. So when you have such situation where the credibility of the country completely lost, you don't have any goodwill, the challenge is what you're going to have. And I am pleased that we have a situation where today, by reason of the victory of John Dramani Mahama, there's a certain level of renewed hope in our people, and that for me is significant.
Very well. I'm grateful. So in your short, the arrival of some dignitaries, as and when we get the names, we'll bring it out. But let me say a very big thanks to Global FM in Hope. They are streaming live on social media, Facebook as well as YouTube. Thanks so much for picking the feed from Wezo TV as well. My colleague Kofi is still stationed in the crowd. Kofi, if you can hear me, what is happening? Where we are seated, we could just hear the tooting of the vuvuzela at loud sound. Tell me what exactly is happening around you.
So moving on.
Hi. So I want to ask you, sir.
Are you okay with that?
Okay, nice. So as you're here today to witness the inauguration of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, what message would you like to send to him as he begins his journey?
I couldn't hear you.
Okay. Today, as you're here at the inauguration, what message would you like to send to His Excellency as he begins his presidency?
I think we, as in the name of the Assistant Regional Call Suit, we are really proud of the achievement that he has gotten. And I think this is a very big opportunity for him to showcase himself as the next coming president of the Republic of Ghana. And I think the opportunity that is being given to him is serving as a milestone for him to showcase himself and also prove to the whole world that he will be able to do the work more than expected. And I think as he's being given the opportunity, I think he will perform much more well. Inshallah.
Thank you very much. Okay, so us beautiful people are here. Hello. Hi, my name is Martina with Wizard TV. Your name?
Jennifer.
Oh, hi Genevieve. How are you feeling today?
So great, and I thank God for everything. That finally everything is coming to an end, and I am so grateful.
Nice. So, what policy do you think that John Dramani Mahama have coined that you are happy about and would like to see it to fruition?
About the economy, he's going to change the economy and everything. I'm so happy for that, and I believe that whatever he said, he's going to do it.
Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, the atmosphere is full of enthusiasm as Ghanaians are ready for the presidency. Hello. Hi. So today marks the auspicious day as we bring in a new presidency. What are your expectations?
Well, I'm expecting a very peaceful inauguration, actually. I just want to see Mahama raise the sword up, and then I know that finally Mahama has assumed power. That is what I'm expecting today in this inauguration. Yes.
Thank you. And so after here, where next?
I mean, after here, our constituency, one of our electoral area in the constituency is organizing some carnival. So we are going there to go and enjoy. Then we start chasing some opportunities, inshallah.
Inshallah, nice. So party after party. Hello, mommy. Good afternoon. Basho ene agujina hase no. Denti ena wabaha.
Dibiti ame wahansam. Mahama ntiana me bae. Me pese me ba sha bere ya omusi amudi ni besi akunya no so. Enu ntina me bae.
I'll show you. Yeah, Dawasi Bebre. Do enjoy your day. So the atmosphere is all about enthusiasm as the NDC flags waves high. So let's just get some expectations from our people. Hi. Okay, hi. Pastor, good morning. Nice. I can see your colors. Pastor, your friend was saying I will feel him fa.
Honorable Prince Noah Mensa, if you be any and yaso be kwa mensim.
Oh, nice. And Obahano and how was it getting here?
Oh, maybe one yet in the crowd. You two, Nura.
I say no expectations, and so the Bahani anyway.
I say, yeah, to Obama, you are John Mahama, as I was Samna, Emetwan and Kuntu Juma or Yamagan, yes. So, eti, and then you buy in the Papa Passa Panasa Babium. It was Metwaso. Nice.
So those were some expectations of people here. As today marks, oh nice. Mpacho yo ma. Sorry. Mpacho. Pacho friend say na ufi he.
To, wait. Desiba. John Dramani Mahama na usong mo. Tambalkan yina. And you don't born the Asan, a mala meeting, Shayim meeting. Got to born the John Mamma, Bangoma, Wiltonini. John Mamma gives on parents for 5 months. And not campaign. Recently, when people have become not a woman's store. This is Shalwa Babu. Interest my and first gate, ma. And you don't born the Asan, a Babu can be. Those are Jotamali. Now, song, now to go to know to sham. Those are John Mama, the fire pump. John
Mama, thank you. Okay, so as you can see, the enthusiasm in the air as people are ready to see John Mahama assume his presidency. Let's get some more expectations from people. Hello, please, I'm Martina with Wizard TV. Udi na baby Ufi.
All right, maybe Emmanuel someone because me was Sege.
Sege. Oh, okay. So any our baha expectations being now the baha.
Expectation they pray. We are expecting more from our incoming president. So we came here to support him to be sworn in. And as soon as the whole thing ends, then this is the time that we are restarting Ghana. So restarting Ghana begins now. So we are here to support the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. He is supporting the resetting of Ghana. Hello. Hi. Petro, as you were coming here, what expectations did you come here with?
Actually, I'm speechless. I really expected John Mahama to come and continue with his good works that he had already started. And it is a freedom for the whole country as a whole. I'm really much happy. Very, very much happy. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see in your face how much happy you are to be here. So let's get one more expectations as we move. Hello. Hi, mommy. Hi. Pastor Martina with Wizard TV. Pastor Woodini, baby.
A friend me whom Abdullah. Me free Okankwe Central. Padama, yeah.
Okankwe Central, you know to say. Pastor, I know Bahano. Expectations being and our Baha.
Nyamia dum ye expect say Nyamia dum a jem betu mi aye bibia fine now a reset Ghana na maye oral no oral na kasa na pese odi echire pa what enu an e hwehwe Nyamia dum nti obe succeed inshallah. Yeah.
Inshallah, indeed. So let's get our last one. Please, Pastor, calm down. Nice. Me Pastor, into policies na JM did two joining in and when they are then when they intia ujina hasene.
Me Pastor, intia me jani say me pese Ghana eye o man foforo. And nipa no o man we mu bread do. Because o man we no enye say na nka e pese e ko no. Enti me pese o mu sisa o man no no mu fa mra nipa obedi sika bi o mu nchi no na o ma youth no enye adwuma na ko no mu nye de na enye tax tax maye why enti kache mama say mama me mama dina ti sa enti mo ngumeni masi wati me dana se ba.
So as you can hear, Ghanaians are hopeful that John Dramani Mahama will bring the air of change. People are hopeful that he gets to reset Ghana. So the message that Ghanaians want to tell John Mahama is he shouldn't let them down. Martina Najama Odwe for Wizard TV. Nice. So as he has arrived, people are waiting for how when he's going to raise the sword, like I said. People are coming from far, from near, Sege, Okaike Central, all of them with hope in their hearts that Ghana would move state of despair to a state of hope and change when all these colors are flying high. So John Dramani Mahama, you do have your work cut out for you. Nice. So we can actually get some more expectations from people. Hello. Nice.
As I mentioned earlier, a charged atmosphere. Lots of people are gathered here. Ghanaians, non-Ghanaians, foreign nationals are all gathered here just to witness this historic moment in Ghana's democracy. One thing that is key is the fact that for the first time in Ghana's history, there is a female vice president, and that's very significant. And of course, to the women out there, it is a time to have your say when it comes to the body politics of Ghana. Well, let me just give you a brief background as far as this place is concerned. The venue we find ourselves, the Independence Square, also known as the Black Star Square, is significant. Is actually a significant national monument and public space in Accra. The square has a rich history dating back to the country's struggle for the fight as far as independence is concerned. In summary, Ghana's Independence Square is a historic and culturally significant national monument that has played a vital role in the country's struggle for independence as far as African liberation is also concerned, and also modern day national celebrations. But let's take it back to the years as it started, early history as far as this place is concerned, from the 19th to the 20th centuries. The area now occupied by Independence Square was originally a coastal ridge and a popular spot for locals and European colonizers. Now, during the colonial era, the British built a polo field and other recreational facilities in the area. Now, independence era, let's talk about the 1950s to 1960s. As Ghana gained independence on March 6, 1957, the country's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, envisioned a grand public space to commemorate the occasion. Now, the Independence Square was designed and built between 1957 and 1961 with the help of Israeli architects. Now, design and features, you can also take a look at the square's design. It's actually centered around the iconic Black Star Monument, a symbol of African unity and liberation. Now, the monument features a 5-pointed black star which represents the unity and solidarity of African nations. The square also includes 1. The Independence Arc, a monumental archway that serves as the main entrance to the square. 2. The Memorial Tomb. Now, a tomb dedicated to the unknown soldier honoring Ghana's fallen heroes is also visible here. You can also talk about the Liberation Monument, a statue commemorating Ghana's struggle for independence. Now, let me take you to some historical events and significant events that we have seen over here. You can talk about the Independence Square. Now, the Ghana's Independence Square celebrations, you can talk about the 6th March that we always call or mention when it comes to Ghana's Independence Day celebration. 1957 to present has always been held right here at the square. You can mention the African Liberation Movement. Now, the 1960s to 1970s, the square served as a rallying point for African liberation movement, with leaders like Kwame Nkrumah and Julius Nyerere addressing crowds. Now, you can also talk about the international events that we have seen over here, right from 1960s to present day. The square has hosted various international events such as the 1960s Afro-Asian Solidarity Conference and also the 2007 African Union Summit. Modern day significance, you can talk about the vital national symbol hosting various events and activities, including the national celebrations day of the Republic Day and also other national holidays, cultural events, music concerts, festivals and cultural performances. Talk about tourism. The square is a popular tourist destination and it attracts a lot of visitors from around the globe as well. So in short, beautiful dawned NDC members, and the aerial view, as you can see, how beautiful the place is looking, and people in their numbers, traffic still jamming. A lot of people are still trying to troop into the square as well. And I'll get to you, talk about the importance of the venue itself. Council mentioned that what we are about witnessing is more or less like a parliamentary proceeding. Well, it is actually a parliamentary proceeding. Let me get it right. It is actually a parliamentary proceeding. But they brought it out because of the numbers. Now, I've just given a significant history about this particular square as well. Now, if you look at that, you imbibe that into some of the international programs or events that took place here. Would you say that yes, it is the right place to host this event?
No, most definitely. And the Blaster Square obviously takes its name from a long line of leading Pan-Africanists like Marcus Mosiah Garvey, whose idea it was to establish ideologically a certain connection between black people all over the world. And in the first republic, that of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the Black Star Square was also somewhat reflected in names that the first president of the republic wanted to, provide to some of its initiatives, which was the Black Star Line, which was a fleet of ships that the president wanted to operate and institute Ghana as a very strong, determined and respected naval figure in the sub-region. So the Black Star Square, as you have mentioned, having hosted a lot of very significant events, and one of the names that stand out for me is Julius Mwalimu Nyerere of Tanzania. And these are people you provide a lot of respect and recognition to because they are ideologues. These are people who believed in the independence. They believed in the kind of leadership that they were providing to his people. He is not alone. Kenneth Kaunda of Zambia also comes very close towards the conversation about Ghana. And beyond the Black Star Square, we've had various initiatives of monumental significance. In fact, the place that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs occupies currently used to be the International Students Hostel, training freedom fighters and coming from all over Africa. I am reminded of the first Zimbabwean president, Robert Mugabe himself was one of the students of Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and the rest of the African continent. In fact, I know that the connection that Ghana has with Kenya started between Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and the first president of Kenya, Jomo Kenyatta. So the Black Star Square is really very significant beyond the parliamentary proceeding that lawyer Eduji aptly describes. This place connotes some historical significance. In fact, it connects to the rest of the continent because of the name, the Black Star. And as I intimated earlier, the Black Star is connected to Marcus Garvey, who and the rest of the leading Pan-African figures like W.B. Du Bois, George Padmore and Co. gave that particular name to the reconnection to the rest of the black race. And Kwame Nkrumah, I can tell you, was a key architect of the conversations around Pan-Africanism in Africa, which started with his All Africa People's Conference. The first was in 1953 in Kumasi. He did another in Accra 57 and 58, and he would take the rest to Egypt, Cairo in 61, and finally to Addis Ababa in 1963. That would birth the Organization of African Unity. So the history, if we want to piece it together very well, means that the Black Star has always been very central and significant to conversations beyond Ghana into the sub-region and the rest of Africa. So there can be no better venue to hold this very important investiture than this particular place. And beyond the international dignitaries that are coming are also Ghanaians from all walks of life. And as far as 3 a.m. this morning, when I woke up, switched on my telly, realized that the stands were already filled to the brim, and some of the people had even stated that they had come here as early as 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. yesterday. And that also goes to show you the kind of man that is being inaugurated today. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I understand, is an affable leader, someone who endears himself. There is a friend on Facebook who provides a lot of public
not to cut you, but viewers, what you can see on the screen is Togbe Afede the 14th, the Agbogumefia of the Asogli state, has just arrived, and he will be ushered to his estate as well. And Togbe is one of the prominent traditional rulers in this country as well. So there in your shot you can see the arrival of Togbe after the 14th. More of the dignitaries are arriving in their numbers as well. Molly.
Yes, it was lawyer Eduji who was intimating that he had been here to witness the inauguration in 2009.
Yeah.
I was only going to ask him if this, the crowd, the scenery, and the charged atmosphere was exactly
the same in 2009.
Yeah, it was the same in 2009, because for me this is quite an experience. Yeah. Because it is my first time observing and experiencing this inauguration live, and for people to move from the north, from the south, from every nook and cranny of this country speaks to the fact that Ghanaians still love their leaders. They appreciate the kind of democracy that we've had. Some people are saying that John Mahama is embodying a new personality, far from who he was. He's looking calmer. He's looking more presidential. In fact, he's looking quite demure in his personality, if I may use the Gen Z term. And for everyone who is here. They are showing a lot of love not only to the president-elect who is about to be sworn in to become president, but the rest of Ghana. They are indicating that we appreciate the diversity, the unity in diversity that we experience, the kind of affiliations, the kind of views, values, and principles that all of us hold, from religion to culture to every form of observances that we practice as Ghanaians. This is a beautiful atmosphere made up of Ghanaians of all walks of life, and
that's Zimbabwe. Yes, they have also just arrived in your shot. Zimbabwe. Yes, so that's Zimbabwe. United Kingdom. Yeah. Okay, all right. So in your shot you can see the arrival of the diplomats, as I mentioned earlier. So in your shot you can see the arrival of the United Kingdom reps and also the Zimbabwean reps as well. They will also be ushered to their seat. But Mauli, wind up on that so council can also tell us. We know this place reminds us of our liberation. What else can we talk about?
Beautiful pictures, especially from the dignitaries. Sometimes some dignitaries would also indicate that they will be attending the ceremonies, but they really do not show up. And it is always a beautiful scene. It is always a commitment to strengthening the bilateral and multilateral ties that we have in our sister countries in the sub-region.
Very well. Council, here reminds us of liberation, as I mentioned earlier. What else?
I think it's important to make this point that many years ago, the likes of Martin Luther King Jr. and co would have to come to this place.
Council, you need to raise the mic.
Many years ago, the likes of Martin Luther King Jr., they needed to come to this place. And you see, when we say liberation, the Black Star Square, it has a lot of significance in the sense that it was an eye-opener to the whole of Africa south of the Sahara, that the black man has the capacity to do for himself what the whites can do for themselves. And so that whole thing provided a certain revival. And like he rightly pointed out, in Walimo, Julius Nyerere, the likes of Kenyatta, all of them, one way or the other, had to come here. Also remember that at that time we had the international student hostel that housed great African leaders. What a lot of people do not know is that there were many times that these Pan-African leaders were using Ghanaian passports.
Okay.
Yes. And Nkrumah gave Ghanaian passport to them to allow them the benefit of being able to move within the African continent. In fact, some of them were actually described as terrorists because of the liberation struggle, and therefore Nkrumah had to intervene by giving some of them Ghanaian passports to enable them to freely move within the African continent. That has always been how Ghana has served as a lighthouse in this whole liberation struggle. And that is what the Black Star, the square that we see here, what it means to us. The significance goes beyond Ghana. The reach is far and vast. What I also need to say, and as you see the dignitaries come, is a gentle reminder that Ghana must continue to be.
All right, Council, so that's Namibia. Yeah,
the president.
Yes, the Namibian president has also just arrived, and you can see. Okay.
And like I need to point out, these are beautiful parliamentary proceedings. For the first time, you are seeing cars coming into a parliamentary proceeding, and that should tell you how significant today's event. I want to just thank the grassroots of the NDC, the rank and file of our party, the people who provided the vigilance for this decisive electoral victory recorded on the 7th day of December. 1.6 7 million vote difference is not a joke. And I can assure you that H.E. John Dramani Mahama is overwhelmed by this overwhelming endorsement. He's never going to take this support for granted. He will create the needed jobs. He will ensure that the ordinary Ghanaian become the ultimate beneficiary of his leadership. A leadership founded on service. A leadership founded on mutual respect. One thing that every Ghanaian will say without any equivocation is that John Dramani Mahama is not arrogant. He's affable. He had respect for everyone. In fact, in the next 4 years, we are not going to see a president that will be asking chiefs to stand up and salute him. He's not going to do that. He's going to have respect for the people who join queues across the length and breadth of our country to give him that 57% valid vote. We are grateful. I can see many of our people, many leaders are coming, and it is looking extremely beautiful. I've actually seen former President Goodluck Jonathan. Yeah. I've seen former President Jacob Zuma. Yeah. I've seen former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Okay. This is actually beautiful. This is historic.
So Nigeria has sent a
high powered. And remember that the special guest of honor today is no the other person than the man himself, the Jagaban himself, the man himself, the Tinubu himself. He is going to be the special guest of honor. I am particularly thrilled.
What's the relationship?
No, I mean Ghana, Togo, Nigeria. I mean, like, we are brothers. Yeah. Just that sometimes they want to intimidate us with their numbers. Look, in the whole of Africa, you notice that the relationship between Ghana and Nigeria transcends even food. You notice that when we meet our colleague Nigerians, we ask them, Ghana jollof, Nigeria jollof, which one might be better? All this is, we don't say it with the other African countries.
Some people make the argument that it looks as if
that's the man himself.
Okay, so that's
Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yeah. So he's
the strong man himself.
He's actually the guest of honor for today's event. Okay, very well. And in your shot, we
can say former First Lady, our own mother, Mrs. Ajman Rawlings.
Together with the son?
Yes, with Kimati there. I can see Jerry Rawlings there, the founder of our party. You know, once you see Kimati, you see the father. I can also see former, I must say, I think she's former now, former second lady, Samira Baumia there. It's looking beautiful. The numbers are increasing. Today is going to be Ampaye Bidra.
Oh, okay. Quite a huge celebration it is. But
and so far I can see the security agents.
Exactly. That's the next conversation about
police officers, soldiers holding everything in check. We are extremely grateful. Matters of this require utmost security, and you can see a lot of good work is going on. In fact, when I was coming and I passed through the security, the respect, the decorum from the men in the uniform, the police officers, very beautiful. I want to encourage them. They are dealing with fellow Ghanaians. Sometimes we may go overboard, but they should just treat us with all the respect and tact that is required. People are just excited. After 8 years in opposition, this looks like Ghana's second independence, and things are really heating up. It's looking beautiful. Yes.
I can see how excited you are.
I am.
I mean, you have worked for it.
Look, for the past 8 years, and remember that I've been a front front runner in terms of communicating for the party. It has not been easy at all, and to see today how beautiful today is, heating up too. I'm excited, and I can see many of my comrades who are watching me here. They are equally excited. Comrades, I salute you all. I salute you all.
Maybe what we'll do is that maybe Jonas will try and pan around so we can pick the reactions from the members of the NDP that are just closer to our ministry. I can see
how my comrades are fully charged. I'm sure at this point they are only waiting for one person. They are only waiting for one person.
So there you have them. They are all around us here in the studio, and they are monitoring proceedings from the Weasel TV studio.
I can imagine how they are waiting to see John Dramani Mahama enter into this arena. He's the man. He's the man today. The man in the arena. John Dramani Mahama.
Okay, Council, hold on a second.
Thank you.
When we come back, all right. So let's go quickly. Let's go quickly to Koshi. Let's speak what's happening around Koshi as well. Koshi, take over. Alright, so yes indeed. Just look at the numbers on the screen. Look at how people are lined up just at the premises, waiting for the arrival of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And of course, this is historic. I stand to be corrected anyway that one president lost election and he's back to reclaim power. Is that correct? This is the first time we're experiencing this.
We have 32 years of this democratic experiment. We do not have the record. We do not have the record, 32 years of practicing this democracy. This is the first time a president lost when home 8 years.
For 8 years.
In fact, it's even in the United States of America, Donald Trump, after 245 years, Donald Trump is the only second person to have lost an election and come back. If you recall, Jimmy Carter did one term and never came back. George Bush Sr. did one term and never came back. And many of those instances exist in the United States of
America. Just a quick one. In your shot?
Yeah, Dr.
Mahmoud Bawumia.
It is possible.
President J. Kufuor. And the others we introduced them earlier.
I can say, Mr. It is Doctor, it is possible. I can say him there.
But what's the cheers for?
No, you see, aside the NDC MPP, we see ourselves as one.
Yeah.
And so, events of this, and remember, in 2016, 2017, around this same time, H.E. John Dramani Mahama was here. And that has been the level of cooperation. I've always maintained it has taken the two political parties to ensure the peace that we are enjoying in this country. And so when we have events of this nature, where the one that has lost graciously comes to grace that important occasion or ceremony, it is important that we acknowledge their presence. I can see former President J. Kufuor also in there.
Yeah.
He's done his part and we salute him.
But are they obligated to be here?
You see, like I pointed out, H.E. John Dramani Mahama in 2017, exactly this time, was here. As sitting president, he had lost. Graciously, he came to honor the investiture of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I strongly believe that is what we are. We are a people, a proud people with one destiny, and I strongly believe that we need to continue in that spirit of togetherness.
Very well.
That is what we need. That all Ghanaians across the length and breadth, right from Axim to Keita, will support H.E. John Dramani Mahama to deliver the goods, to deliver the services that are required to make living conditions better for our people. I'm extremely encouraged with the presence, the overwhelming presence of our people today.
Very well. I'll get back to you. People are eager to understand the oral. It's something, I mean, it's not really part of our conversation, but since you are here, I would want you to explain further, because it looks as if the same people who are supposed to know better, the legal brains who are supposed to know better, are describing this to be unconstitutional. Hold on to that for me a second. Mauli, come in quickly for me on the issues about the presence of the military, the police, and even the security apparatus that we see today. What roles do they have to play in today's event?
Randy, I need to personally congratulate the kind of coordination and partnership that we are seeing between the Ghana Armed Forces and the Ghana Police Service. For me, I really have not trusted our police service with the ability to properly manage very large crowds. But I understand that today they've been really delivering with a lot of aplomb. I can see that they've done well in controlling the crowd, because it's quite a very large crowd here. And I like where they cordoned the road from, especially in front of the International Conference Center, right through to the High Street. And the fact that they have provided about just two entrances into the inner perimeter. In fact, it was a military man who gave me directions to meet one of your guys to get me here. And the level of discipline, the level of understanding of the situation, the fact that things could run chaotic, and the understanding that today it is a different occasion. We have international visitors and observers around. We have Ghanaians who are only in joyous, jubilant mood, and they only want to experience the investiture of H.E. John Dramani Mahama. I'm sure that message has gone down well, and definitely we give some praise to the police and the military hierarchy for the coordinated efforts that they are putting up. In fact, ensuring that if you don't need to be in the inner perimeter, you don't need to be there. And I like the fact that they are strictly enforcing and accepting the invitation card before you get in.
Let me just blow your mind off. When we were coming earlier in the morning, we went through strict checks. At a point in time, we had to go and park our vehicle elsewhere. Even though we had our equipment and gadgets in the vehicle, we still had to go elsewhere and park. And I mean, so the checks up there intact. Security-wise intact.
You should also understand that we have very senior signatories of global repute here with us, and Shalanda Young, who also is a very senior director at the Office of Budget and Management from the White House, is here, and the Ambassador Virginia Palmer, Ambassador from the US to Ghana, is here. You have presidents of global standing among us, and they must also have done their reconnaissance and provided security briefing back to the missions for onward transmission to the delegations that are coming. So you should understand the thoroughness with which our coordinated security team is doing their work. Very disciplined, very strict, firm, and very honest to fault the kind of work that they are doing. And I've seen that they've also been complemented by men from our national security who are in plain clothes and are providing direction to our statesmen, to our fellow Ghanaians, to pressmen, and also to the photographers who are here to cover today's beautiful ceremony. So it's a very good job being done out there by the Ghana Police Service and the Ghana Armed Forces. For me, who do some amount of work in security studies, you should appreciate and understand that there is some level of camaraderie and friendship between the civilians and the military and the police service, because these kinds of relations are not very common. In other places, the military is quite a very scary figure, and places like Togo, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali, and all of that would give you quite an inkling of how the citizens perceive the military and the Ghana police. And so if an ordinary Ghanaian like me could walk up to a military man, obviously, who is in duty, because my understanding is that they're supposed to be focused and do their work and not be distracted, but they will take their time off and speak to someone on the phone. Definitely it is a good job done, and kudos to the military high command and the Ghana police service.
Very well. So Dr. Bawumia continues to enjoy the cheers here at the Independence Square, but council says that it's normal. I mean, His Excellency also enjoyed the same thing in 2017. But council, let me get back to you on the issues about the oral.
I think issues about the unconstitutionality or otherwise are completely premature. We've not gotten there yet. If you look at the letter that I announced, it say, as part of preparatory works towards H.E. John Dramani Mahama fulfilling the promise on Operation Retrieve All Loot, such a committee had been put in place. The committee has not done anything. The committee has not visited anybody at home. The committee has simply just opened its work to receive information from our people. The Constitution itself enjoins Ghanaians to help in the preservation, protection, and to prevent the misuse of public property. And so, whatever work that oral members are doing is consistent is what the Constitution enjoins everyone. Even without forming a committee, individually, they are enjoined to, as it were, help to prevent the misuse of public property and to preserve safe. Why do I say so? You, as an individual, there's a constitutional responsibility entrusted in you to ensure that if you see somebody destroying a public property, you prevent that from doing so. How does many individuals coming together become unconstitutional? If the overall work is to ensure that we prevent the misuse of public property. So for those who say oral is unconstitutional, I would encourage them to relax, take their seats, get a bottle of Coke, take it, and see how oral works.
Should they add popcorn?
Maybe popcorn together, then they'll begin to appreciate how it is for our people. You see, for the first time, and I want the women here to be extremely happy. 32 years of this democracy. After almost 60 years or so of independence. In fact, if Ghana were to be an individual, Ghana is supposed to be on its pension benefits now. And we have never had any woman take up the position of vice president before. For the first time in the history of this country, the NDC and H.E. John Dramani Mahama have done something that nobody has by making a woman the vice president of the Republic of Ghana.
So, hold on, I understand H.E. John Dramani Mahama, that's his convoy, gradually driving to the premises. Gradually driving slowly to the premises here at the Independence Square. So that's the convoy of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Council.
It's looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Things are heating up. I am excited. Oh God, we thank you for this. Father, we thank you for today, that all the effort going through the length and breadth of this country has yielded this positive, very positive outcome. Just saying, the vice president, Professor J. Nana Opoku Ajiman, together with the affable John Dramani Mahama, hit up gradually and The wife, the Speaker of Parliament is just
so that's the Speaker of Parliament.
Speaker of Parliament,
yes,
who just got elected. The Right Honourable Speaker Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagben. This is beautiful.
He has also arrived
in the eyes of the Lord. This is certainly beautiful, and we thank God for this.
So comes about his.
It is finished.
Just like Jim Mensah mentioned, just like we saw yesterday.
Yes.
That was also historic, right? Retaining him as a Speaker of Parliament.
Remember that D.F. Annan had done 2 terms.
Okay.
So D.F. Annan had done 93 to 2000. And so, in terms of his history, D.F. Annan moved from Jerry Rawlings 1 to Jerry Rawlings 2.
Okay.
It is only in the case of President J. Kufuor, who, with Peter Lajete, be the Speaker for the first term. The MPP, in the second term, now brought Sechi Hughes. Something happened uniquely. When the MPP brought Sechi Hughes, the NDC proposed Peter Lajete.
Okay.
And the vote
to be retained.
And that was, put to a vote. Unfortunately, the NDC sponsorship of Peter Lajete we lost. The MPP got angry with us and said, Kenjrasa, who was the second deputy to Freddie Blay, they will not allow NDC because we have brought our own speaker. And for that matter, they decided to now sponsor the Honorable Malik Yakubu of Yendi. And so you notice that in 2004, that's 2005, the MPP gave the first deputy to the CPP MP, that's Freddie Blay. And instead of giving us the second deputy, they got angry that we had sponsored a new person against Sechi Hughes. And for that matter, what they did was that they took the second deputy from us and gave it to Malik. And that is how Kenjrasa lost the position of being the second deputy Speaker of Parliament. That's a brief history.
What does the law say about this position?
The 2 deputies should not come from the same political party.
People are angry with the leadership of the NDC.
The position is that the 2 deputies must not come from the same political party. Now remember that we had already, with the support of A.G. John Dramani Mahama, proposed bargaining for the speakership.
Yeah.
And the minority had also proposed the lawyer Ahiafo, MP for Akachi, as the first deputy speaker, right?
Yeah.
So by law, and it's in the constitution, you cannot give it to another NDC person. Now, what I'm picking is that we had 3 or 4 independent candidates.
Yeah.
One from Asante Achem, one from Wolense, one from Afram Place, and then the Gomwa.
Yeah.
Well, there had been some school of thought that the 2 independent candidates from our fold, if you give them
Wolense and then
Afram Place, if you give them the second deputy, you in a way be rewarding in discipline. Because the 2 went through the NDC primaries, lost, and decided to go independent. If you give them the second deputy, you'll be sending a message across to our members that when you lose primaries, you can go independent. And once you win, the party will reward you. Because remember that the position of deputy speaker is a bit
the Deputy Majority Leader, who is the Member of Parliament for Elembele, Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi Bua. The Majority Chief Whip is the MP for Adaklu, Honorable Govins Kwame Agboja. The Deputy Majority Chief Whip is the MP for Banda, Honorable Ahmed.
His beautiful wife, our own
Nyomaken, the Deputy Minority Leader, who is a Member of Parliament for Asopa. Honorable Patrick.
It is going to be nice. The proud grandson of Chief will soon be here.
I am not too sure. I am not too sure who this
usually
is.
The vice president will come first.
Okay.
Then the president.
So this could be the vice president elect.
The vice will definitely come first.
Okay. So the vice president elect would have to.
Once the president comes, nobody else comes. Open it, and then so the vice will come first, and then something unique about our vice president.
But shouldn't the current president come first before the vice president elect come?
Well, I don't know how the protocol arrangement is, but usually the president should be the last person to come.
Yes.
Then he closes the whole, thing. But the unique thing about Professor Jenano Pokwajiman, very unique woman, and she gives a lot of hope to young people. When she was in Wesley Girls, she was senior prefect. When she started teaching at UCC, she rose to become the first woman to be vice chancellor of a public university in this country. And today, and immediately after she became vice chancellor, many other women have become vice chancellors. And today, now that she is going to become the first woman vice president, many more women are going to be vice president of this. She had broken the ceiling, she had broken the glass ceiling, and that is what the NDC means. Inclusive politics where women have a say. And before I go, the Women Development Bank is coming, and it is coming for our women. I am very certain about that.
All right. So I want us to go back to the crowd. Kofi is still there. Let's find out who has arrived. Kofi, if you are there, pick it from me. When we come back, Mauli will have a bite. Council also will have a bite while we wait for the arrival of the man of the moment, the man John Dramani Mahama. Kofi.
Today is important to the rank and file, the citizens. All the dignitaries are seated. His Excellency, the former president, just joined us right here, as well as the vice president, the former first lady, and His Excellency John Ajikumpupo as well. We are going to speak into the people in and around and find out exactly what they think, why they're here, and what they expect. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
Where are you coming from?
From Adafiano, Danu, Butari.
To Adafiano, Vafia. Amazing. Campaign, I mean, the president said a lot. Which of them made you believe that he's the best man for Ghana?
Oh, Nyata Peba, you come on with some name, you have to come up here. Alaba, Aleka, and one more Chaba Yanuma, let up on an amount. Ale no le border tutu mala Kofi bata mukata no sanu ta matani ba John Dramani Mahama na troba ale ba woba ahohia na mi atro Ghana ale ba Ghana na tro anofo baji ta mia no vinyo kata mi lafia honorable David Dauda alafia Sergi alafia afi Rosemary lafia Rosemary ake lafia alaba mi kata mecho katu south la gboso somo kaka mi onya dafi run to mi la fi agba mi pojijo ta mi gbadun na dafi run to kata mi awe don mama agodo la fi ata mi kata mi ashivu na dafi run to kata apana mi ba mi la tv agbo mi kata mi akom anya mi no bi prosper hato work on that and Adafianu from Akpanami.
So he is coming all the way from Adafianu in the K2 North constituency, where they've come to support this all-important exercise, and they are thrilled as much as everybody else is. And so we're moving on. We're moving on to have these conversations to find out exactly what the people think. Remember that history has been made, and we will continue in this stead in establishing exactly what we want. Hello, how are you doing, mommy? How are you? How are you? We are fine. What language should we speak? Young country, Akwaba, my moe pen and more bar. I also obia.
You just your mama about the GA. You won't see a breath.
tie na di se jo mama ba be ji ye eti na me ka no no be ji ye yie na na do apa ni say too much ye me bre obunye duane papa ndi wo school na na jo mama bre ye duane papa na ye mendi no munya wande
ana mo ye man so for the first time ye benyo ba vice president to you know what does it mean
pa say the nyamese ye no ba vice president ye ni aje bi so oba de or your time.
Definitely. So we are still gathering a lot of the sentiments as the program gathers momentum. As the crews arrive, the noise is deafening. The people are excited. Mommy, that's a sign. So the women are clearly excited about what they are expecting from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We will keep taking these sentiments. But what more to say? Nana ufilisa obaba ya ebema weni aje wanka sankasa
me po de ba oba epo ahunto asumudwe bibia oya asumudwe yini
ba oso obaba e women's development bank so what ho
oba ya start ya kwa huminti ya start oba ya 24 hours mo na okuye
o say ambabu no ne bebre se etumi ni ho who feel say sa 24 hour economy na dey etuma beba
baba osabu oya mamu tumi ye bajo mama papa jo mama obe ye wa ye wiepo
obi say wabada oba
waba do ya na summa sudan hospitals awo wuramu omo tumi anye se that for Friday ono jo akufado okasa parliament osi ajima na we danu jo mama ba ye to aso asana ye to aso ya be to aso ye ni apue o ye be to aso no mbawu ye be se ye nkobio
kumase to so they've come all the way from the Ashanti region. Wow, why are they?
Shekumase, wonu na boy kasuwa maye. Asafu market wonu na ya maye. Enti wafanu wa shamba wa ya maye. Enti ya telesua.
Ebona o say no ya papa jo mama ya jini di so baba be kra burso ye ewni na adwumukwa nyina o de beka ho e magana aye ka be hwe otinasi obetinasi ama ye ne yamba no ye be di hu fa so bebre ya be di da ko 3 series 7 series ya ndi biom.
Wow, so as you can see, the expectations are high. The euphoria is at high decibels. People are excited and people are ecstatic. We'll be speaking to a lot more people to understand what they have to say and all of that. The program is shaping up very, very soon. We will be seeing His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So switch back to the studio where Wendy and the crew are standing by.
Kofi, thank you so much for updates and the sounds as well. So yes, and sounds up there. The loud sound of the vuvuzela is still on. It tells you that one big man has arrived as well, and in high anticipation of that moment where he'll be sworn into office as the next president of the Republic of Ghana. Mali, at this point, so on your screen now you can see Dr. Valerie Sawyer. She's Council, check your microphone quickly for me.
I can see the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams.
Okay. Earlier, he was in the shot earlier.
One of the big spiritual generals of this country. We thank him for his prayers. I just saw a while ago Dr. Valerie Sawyer also among the people
in
there.
The shot. Okay. Well, so Molly, at this point in time, what's going through your mind?
This is very colorful. In fact, I'm short for words.
Yeah. Myself.
Yeah. the slew of dignitaries passing through, the manner in which they've been ushered in, and the movement of the vehicles, the protocols and everything, certainly is a testament to the depth and the attention to detail that has guided this particular investiture of President-elect and soon to be sworn in H. John Dramani Mahama. And my colleague lawyer was making a point about Her Excellency the Vice President-elect, who would soon be the Vice President. And to me, she's obviously the most qualified person to have occupied or to occupy the office of the Vice President. And there is actually something about women academics that you don't find in any other profession. They are mothers, they are mentors, they have a sense of community, they have a sense of feeling. You know, they have this ability to mentor people who look up to them. And this is someone who is coming from a teaching or a lecturing background, having spent all her life within the academic discourse community. And a full professor of English is no mean an achievement. And this is a language that is not our mother tongue. This is a language that we had to learn. And if she has perfected that, obviously to be accredited as a full professor of such a language, personally I am of utmost admiration to Professor Nana Jane Opoko Ajiman. And for any young woman in Ghana, any part of Ghana and even beyond, they should find a lot of inspiration and hope in Her Excellency Nana Jane Opoko Ajiman, that dreams can come true. It is possible through hard work, it is possible through determination, it is possible through resilience. And one of the things that a lot of people have been speaking about is the kind of dignity, warmth that she is bringing to the office of the Vice President. And some of the initiatives already, like the Women's Development Bank and the just promulgated bill into law, which is the affirmative action, the expectation is that she is going to steer.
See the justices of the.
So those are the justices in your screen
together with the other justices of the Supreme Court.
Council, lift your mic a bit.
No, I mean the justices of the Supreme Court ably here to do the swearing. Remember that the oath will be administered by the Chief Justice. So their presence here today is very significant, because this is really what it is. Without the administering of the oath, no transfer of power or executive authority. And so their presence here tells you.
Must all of them be here?
I mean, it shows that the entire country, its architecture, is solidly behind. Remember that the four arms of government, the three arms, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, they are all here. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy with what is going on today. Thankfully, I'm enjoying the fact that all the justices are here. This is exceedingly good and momentous for this country.
Because I don't know if you can hear the sound at the background. I don't want to talk about that.
I can see the beautiful justices fully cloud here. All other conversations I can hear. Their presence to administer the oath is very good.
Very important.
Also remember that one of the campaign promises we made was the fact of helping our young ladies, our young girls in schools with free sanitary pads. That is a very significant thing. I am a father of girls. That means a lot to me. In most of our villages, when you go there, some people would have to wash their sanitary whatever, dry it and reuse. It is not good enough. And so a social intervention that supports our young girls is something that we all need to support. And that for me is what I strongly believe our incoming Vice President
will be looking at.
Thank you.
So talking about the provision made for the young women, so right in front of us we have a group of people who are gathered here with some placards and what have you. Kofi is standing by with them. Kofi, let's get to know what exactly their concerns are.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Randy. Today is a great day for Ghana. Every gender, especially women, because you spoke about the history being made with Jane Nana Opoku, my doctor, being Ghana's first ever female vice president. There are lots of concerns that women have raised, especially empowerment, and key among them, economic empowerment as well as their mental health. And we have some amazing people here. You can see the placard. It says, please scrap taxes on sanitary pads. So it shows you that period poverty is a real thing, and at least we want to have a conversation about it. So we have some amazing people. I'd like to speak to them. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
What's your name, please?
My name is Peggy.
We didn't get that, please.
Peggy.
Peggy. So I can see KBPGH. Can you tell us what that is?
That is Kolebu Professional Group of Health.
Kolebu. So you guys are more concerned about health, right? I'm sure you went to the NDC manifesto and you saw some things around the health sector that interested you. For you personally, what stood out?
Okay, as being a health worker, I think there is a lot that we need at the health center, especially the equipment is very old, and we struggle with health in our various facilities. So if it can improve our health facility, especially Kolebu for us, we'll be much happier.
Fantastic. Let's go to the man with the placard. You seem very passionate about this. Period poverty and taxes on pads, etc. What ignited that passion?
Okay, so my name is Sherma Kujumpieni. I'm from Ashaiman, and let me use this opportunity to thank Honorable Tamaklo and the honorable members of the NDC party. This is a great win for Ghana today, the beginning of a new era under Mahama. Now, speaking on the taxes on sanitary pads, I'm very passionate about it because a school of thought says that the average Ghanaian earns less than 20 cedis a day. Now, the current price of one sanitary pad today is 20 cedis. So if women or most Ghanaians are not earning more than 15 cedis a day, how do the government expect them to be able to prioritize something? I mean, menstruation is not a choice. People should not be made to suffer because of something they didn't choose to do. So I think more noise needs to be made about this. Our Ghanaian girls need help. Please scrap it. And I know Mama will do it because back when he was in power, he used to give sanitary pads to SHS students. And I know with the much advertisement and the publication, this will go far. The new Ghana under Mama. Thank you.
Wow, that was profound. That was profound. And thank you very much for leading this charge. I mean, all your girls, the people that know you, I mean, your girl female friends, I mean, people will take it differently. We'll be proud of you. Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Thank you. Yes, madam.
Hello. I'm coming all the way from Takwa. Yeah. My name is Nayele. I'm here today because of our mother. Because he said women, we are important, and women, because of the Women Bank, all the women in Ghana are here to thank him very much for saying you are going to make that women bank for women to be free in Ghana. We thank you very much.
Amazing. So today is a day for women, and all women will be proud. I'm sure my daughter can dream again, because on a day like this, there's an opportunity to get to the pinnacle of whatever you want to do. So today is historic in more ways than one. Today is iconic in more ways than one. So before we cross over to Randy, the virgin pastor, is this? I don't know if he's still a virgin. Randy, let's take a very quick word from the virgin pastor. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Now I've married. I am a person who takes care of widows and the orphans. I am appealing to President that he should reduce the import duty for us. It's because of the import duty MPP lose. I told them to reduce it, but they do not reduce it. So I am pleading, or I am begging President that they should do something about the import duty. It will help the nation. And also some taxes, VAT tax, yield levy, all this stuff must be removed. If it remove MPP, Ghana will remain blessed, and MPP will remain opposition for a long time, and NDC will sit on the chair very long time. Amen.
Thank you very much. So that was the Evangel Pastor. So I'm passing over to Randy and my honorable people in the studio to take over from here.
Kofi, thank you so much for that quick update with regards to the people who are right in front of us here. But earlier you saw the sitting arrangement of position of the Supreme Court justices. So in your shots, we anticipate this could be the Vice President-elect. Very possible that she has just arrived, and
cometh the woman, cometh the hour.
Yeah.
This is glorious. This is beautiful. We thank God for this. 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 I can see our members of parliament, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, the Honorable Sam Jata George. I can see Honorable Mutaka, the Honorable Helena Joansoso, Richard Achampo of Bia. I can see the NDC MPs ready. The service heads. The service heads. This is beautiful. This is historic. And we thank God for how beautiful this is panning out.
And quite interesting, I understand even outside the premises, people are still out there waiting to just come into the main premises.
The huge numbers.
Council, who could this be? We're still looking out to see. But that's a heavy convoy.
Because the presidential, by now, okay, that is the new clerk of parliament.
Okay, so the speaker of parliament.
Speaker of parliament is here. Number 3.
Council, you mentioned
what is your number?
Number 7.
What is your number, Mali?
Council, you mentioned that this is actually a parliamentary sitting.
Absolutely.
So, okay,
now,
exactly. So I was going to ask about
this. As you can see, very soon, Parliament will be called into session. And once Parliament is called, and with the Speaker of Parliament taken, proceedings is supposed to commence pretty soon. And that
how about the sitting arrangements? Now we know a majority has been formed, a minority has been formed.
Yes.
Will they be sitting in that same manner?
Absolutely. You know, so as for the MPs, I think they have a special place for them. But this is not the normal parliamentary where you have the usual house where
right and left. Okay.
So these are the 3. Now you can see that one chair is in the middle, unoccupied. That is what it is. So very soon you'll see number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, and then everything will be complete. It is looking so beautiful. Things are panning out so beautiful, and we can only thank God for today.
Mommy, what message are we sending out to the international community? Yeah.
The Jagaba.
Yeah, story of unity, solidarity, purpose, togetherness, and reaffirming what the rest of the world knows Ghana for. In fact, someone has a very nice way of putting it that anytime a party is able to hand over 2 times in successive terms, what you have is a consolidation of democracy, and he calls it the 2 turnover test. Ghana has obviously crossed the 2 turnover test, and you can see the unity, you can see the togetherness, you can see the happiness on the faces of every well-meaning Ghanaian. They are excited, they are happy, they are obviously enjoying the ceremony. Very beautiful pictures right here and here at the Black Star Square, and the heads of the arms of government have taken their seats. We saw Right Honorable Speaker Alban Kisfor Somana Bagin just been ushered into his seat to continue the proceedings that were suspended, just like lawyer intimated a short while ago. And obviously the head of the judiciary, that is the Chief Justice, also ready to swear in the President-elect to become a full Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the Vice President, Excellency Nana Jane Opoku Ajima. We've been speaking about how the Vice President would be an inspiration to the many young women all over. And one thing I want to say quickly is that anytime you find women in leadership, some of the issues that you think are less discussed immediately get some important attention. There is a renewed conversation about menstrual pads and scrapping of taxes on pads. If you ask me, I think that the amount that, or the cost of pads in this country is too expensive. I do not think that anybody should buy pad more than 5 cities in this country. And in fact, President John Dramani Mahama and the new person in charge of the 24-hour economy and export diversification should probably consider setting up a manufacturing plant for sanitary pads in this country, that we can be able to control the pricing, probably even regulate it to some of the secondary schools that we have targets, just like the manner that we have implemented other interventions. The sanitary should be considered as an intervention to our young women. And obviously some other issues, as we're going to see a lot of women getting appointments, especially if we are to be in consonance with the affirmative law. The understanding is that about 30% minimum of women should occupy all public institutions, and this is something that Ghana can easily do. In fact, far away in East Africa, Rwanda, Uganda, they have quite a lot of people, especially in their parliament. It is something we should continue to do. Very brilliant women out there, very brilliant young women who obviously, if given the opportunity, can serve this country in so many ways. So the excitement for me is that for the first time we have the second professor vice president. The first was Professor J.E. Mills, who obviously delivered some really good results for this country. And if I can remember, the highest growth rate we've ever had as a republic was during the time of His Excellency the late John Evans Atta Mills. That was 14.1% growth in 2011, just at par with Ethiopia, giving us the single most inflation that we have ever up to date. So the Excellency Nana Jane Opoku Ajima portends a lot of hope, promise, and motivation and inspiration to young women, and even to myself, that it is important to attain higher heights with hard work, diligence, determination, and a world that we have a lot of distractions, especially on social media, and young people taking inspiration from the wrong quarters. This is a real affirmation that hard work, diligence obviously can get you to your ambition.
That's the arrival of the Sierra Leonean reps. So let's see, that's the president. I guess the president of Sierra Leone has also just arrived. Because I think at this moment, all the diplomats should be seated, because
they gave us 11
exactly
for
by the
the
time,
start
and
of
it's
the program.
10:36 a.m. now.
Yes, so I
all
strongly
must be
believe that any moment from now, the man in the arena, the man himself, cometh the man, cometh the hour. John Dramani Mahama will be making his way into the great arena. The whole world is watching. So far, so good.
We know Botswana is here, Gabon, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, and also Nigeria. Council, you mentioned it earlier.
I can see my learned senior Fenyo Makin, who said he doesn't want to be on the minority seat, but God in his infinite wisdom has given him the minority seat. For now, let him be there. Let him be there. And yes, I can see Jacob Zuma right there, the man himself.
Well, so interesting. So let me just go over some of the dignitaries that we have. For those of you who didn't join from the beginning, we know so well that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is the president of Nigeria, is actually here. He is the guest of honor.
The Jagaban.
The Jagaban. Council says he's the Jagaban. Jagaban. Anyway, however you pronounce it. And then we also have Duma Boko. He is the president of Botswana. He is also here. And then Bryce Oligui Nguema, the president of Gabon, is also here. Adama Barrow, who is the president of the Republic of Gambia, is also here. Umaro Sissoko Mbalo is the president of Guinea-Bissau. He is also here. These are great names when it comes to the African continent. As well, Umaru.
Africa is in Ghana.
Yeah. So the whole of Africa is here in Ghana. I don't know what's trending on Twitter as it stands now, but maybe my producer can check that for us. If Ghana is not trending, then there is a problem. If
John Mahama
is not trending, then we need to recheck it again.
Will be the most trended conversation today on Twitter and many of the social media handles. It is beautiful in the sight of God as Ghanaians gather to see the inaugural or investiture for H.E. John Dramani Mahama. Ababiu Mahama.
So I understand there is some sort of, I don't know if you guys are finding network challenges though, but there seems to be some sort of restriction on the internet. So
you know, usually for major security programs like this, they may come with jammers. Especially as close to the presidential no, especially where the president will be seated.
Okay.
And as you are aware, the president is seated not far from here. So within that enclave, usually you see a lot of jammers around to ensure that wireless transmission and many other things will be adequately taken care of. I can say the chief of staff so appointed, the Honorable Julio Debra. I can also say the man himself, the Rwandan president.
So that's actually the Rwandan president?
Yes.
That's Kagame. Paul Kagame.
Paul Kagame.
And around before the Gambian president, for me, he owes President John Mahama a special appreciation.
Yes.
Who is that?
Adama Barrow.
Okay.
Because
why do you say that?
In early 2017, the previous president Jammeh refused to leave. And John Mahama was one of the leaders of the ECOWAS delegation to Gambia at the time. They had to take siege in Senegal and Jammeh had to run to his friend in Equatorial Guinea, and if not for that singular intervention of President John Dramani Mahama, probably Adama Barrow would have been a lost story. So as I was intimating earlier, this is more of a personal, response to the invitation of President His Excellency John.
I think beyond diplomacy, they are friends.
No, he has a personal relationship with them, and you saw that the invitation did not only happen through diplomatic cable, diplomatic protocols or channels. He personally went to visit some of the presidents. For Esozima Nyasingbe of Togo, he was there, and he visited William Ruto.
See the business mogul Ibrahim Mahama himself out there. Yes, the man of the moment. The man of the moment.
So it is clear. Inauguration 2025 is trending #1 on Twitter.
No, most definitely. This ranks amongst just the 4th largest inaugurations.
It's actually X. My producer is correcting me. It's X.
Yeah.
No longer.
We know Twitter.
And
producer, we know only Twitter.
We don't know X.
Lawyer, this feels like another African Union General Assembly.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah. Another African Union General Assembly, because you have high-ranking African heads of state.
So Council is so excited and singing. Council, you are allowed to sing. You are allowed
to sing. And the people say, hey, Jobodo, Choboy, Kedes may go, Kedes may come, but the revolution has come to stay. Revolution has a long way to go, but has come to stay. Choboy, thank you.
Well, so yes, the legal, the head of legal department for the NDC is not just a legal brain, but he's a chairman, he's a moral leader in camp as well. You can't take it away from him. And gradually we are inching closer to that very moment where the main ceremony will commence in some 15 minutes, because per what they put out there, 11 is supposed to kickstart the whole ceremony. Remember that this is Wezo TV, and this is a special coverage of the inauguration ceremony, or the swearing in of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the next president of the Republic of Ghana. In fact, the hopes are so high, and in fact, I want to ask the Malik boy, the Basintali boy. We wait to see if it did. Council, now let me just put this quickly to you. There seems to be that sort of pressure mounting on the next government, if indeed they start work tonight or tomorrow.
No, I think H.E. John Dramani Mahama has that experience. This is not the first time. He has that statecraft. He has an appreciation of the enormity of the problems he's inheriting. And as you can see, without wasting much time, he's putting the team together. He's already given the promise that within 14 days after inauguration, he should be having the full complement of his cabinet in place to kickstart the work. You see, a man who wants to perform will time his performance and work output. What gets timed gets done. So the man himself says, within 120 days, I expect to do A, B, C, D. That is a good start.
Yeah.
And like many other Ghanaians, we are going to ensure that when we say 120 days, it is 120 days. And it is what it is. I am confident in the leadership of H.E. John Dramani Mahama. He has that experience to deliver, and that delivery is going to happen today.
Council, what's about to happen?
No, I think like I said, we are still in the event of Parliament. In fact, it is Parliament that has allowed us to come here. In fact, the members of Parliament together with Speaker can say they don't want us here again, and that is why they will be. It is a special parliamentary proceedings, and that is why you can see the now majority leader. I can see the Honorable Keselato Fawcett. I can see the Honorable Afenyo Markin, and I can see Speaker himself with the Clerk of Parliament. I should think that preparatory, whatever to receive the man of the moment. The man of the moment, H.E. John Dramani Mahama.
So that's very possible.
It is
actually working towards.
Yes, it is looking very, very beautiful, and I am so happy the level of cooperation to ensure that this investiture, this inaugural ceremony happens to the admiration of all Ghanaians. I can say Pastor Dag Heward Mills, I can say the Honorable Elvis Afriye Ankra. Much earlier, I saw the Chairman General himself, Chairman General Mosquito Johnson Asiedo Nketia, not long ago. He is seated right there. Fantastic.
So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has just arrived. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
The proud grandson of Chief Indeura Jagba, John Dramani Mahama. It is your day. It is World Mahama Day. It is beautiful in the sight of the Lord.
Maybe Council, you should start a hashtag World Mahama Day.
World Mahama Day.
World Mahama Day.
World Mahama Day. This is a beautiful one.
Maybe.
Hashtag World Mahama Day.
So Council is urging all of you to go on social media, particularly X, and you use the hashtag World Mahama Day.
Today is for Mahama and Mahama only.
So gradually, as I mentioned, we're inching closer to the main event.
1.7 million vote difference.
Yeah.
For the avoidance of doubt, the vote difference is 1.7 million.
And that's huge.
That's huge. No, humongous. Gangantuan. Yes. 57%.
Yeah.
57%. Who say man no day? Who say man no day?
So it is possible that the Vice President together with the President, they have arrived.
This is nice.
And our men in uniform are marching them in.
This is beautiful.
Very, very beautiful. You can't take it away. It must have taken a lot to put this together.
Maya manaya kama. Maya manaya kama.
Yeah.
See how beautiful it looks.
Yes, very, very beautiful. I mean, even look at the ground. The green carpet that has been laid so far. It's just a beautiful program so far as it stands now. And
kudos to the people who put this together.
Yes. And Council, let me just say thanks to the media houses that are tapping from Razor TV.
Wow.
Most especially Bohem Radio in the Bank constituency. That's your area. Yes, as well. And also Global FM in Ho. as well as the other media houses. Global FM is actually streaming this program even on YouTube and Facebook.
MPs.
Yes, so that's the Bohem constituency MP as well.
Abuja, I can see Kofi Adams.
Yeah.
Honorable Comfordoyo, the Honorable Mutaka, all of them
are in there
with their miniature Ghana flag. It is beautiful. The Honorable Adeku.
The moment you have been waiting for is finally here. It's a national program, bear it in mind. And of course, the Ghana flag is dominating everywhere. So the ushering in of the Vice President and the President.
The service commanders fully represented to see to the swearing in of the new Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. The Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Are we likely to see a parade?
Absolutely. That is why, if you look at the back, that's the parade ground.
So it's actually a guard of honor.
Yes, there will be a guard of honor. Yes, that's the new Commander-in-Chief.
Okay.
Yes, Parliament with the Vice President and the President. You can see your President, John Dramani Mahama, as you can see. Hey, 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 hey. The man himself is there. John Dramani Mahama with the able Yes, the man of the moment. The man of the moment.
Please, if you are not authorized to be on the square.
Allah has done this. It is finished. Let me borrow the words of Jane Mensah. It is finished. It is finished. Yapon.
Okay. So I think, Council, we need to wrap up.
Thank you.
Quickly. So
yeah, because they're actually very.
Yeah, so hold on. Let Mali have 2 minutes bite quickly, and then you can have him coming quickly. Mali, let's wrap up.
Yes, obviously we are getting to the most important part of the investiture, and His Excellency President-elect John Dramani Mahama waving the crowds. This is some massive audience reception. Yeah. Goodwill is an all-time high. There are lots of expectations for the new president. He's made lots of promises in response to the nature of the economy. In fact, all the polls that have been made so far from Global Info Analytics, from the Center for Democratic Development, from Imani Africa, are all pointing to issues of economic governance and economic revival. John Mahama has made some promises, as the lawyer has stated. Within 14 days, he's going to provide us with a full complement of his cabinet. He's released his inner working circle at the Flagstaff House. I understand the list is out, and hopefully the understanding is that he's going to hit the ground running because there is no time, and he has only 4 years. From a lot of expectations, civil society, media people, the expectation is that John Dramani would hit the ground running from today. The ground running from today. There are skeptics who obviously are poo-pooing the oral, and the expectation is that some of this loot and money will be recovered, because that is one of the reasons why majority of Ghanaians voted for John Dramani Mahama, to ensure that there is some discipline, probity, accountability as the values and the ethos of the National Democratic Congress proscribes. And the expectation is huge. Randy, we can all keep our fingers crossed. My understanding is that people are giving him his honeymoon which is 120 days, 3 months, for him to obviously fulfill some of the promises that he has made. He's spoken about scrapping some taxes, the year levy, which obviously is an albatross around the neck of every well-meaning Ghanaian. He's going to scrap the taxes on sanitary pads. He's spoken about betting tax, and obviously taxes at the port, which has reduced virtually exports in our sub-region, shifting the market to the other parts of the sub-region. So when the expectation is high, and all fingers are crossed in expectation of the magic and the wonder that former President John Dramani Mahama and now second time lucky His Excellency Mahama will do.
Mali, thank you. Council.
Yes, I am excited. I know AG Dramani Mahama is going to keep, immediately start work, and it's going to be immediate. The promise to make free SHS better will be top on the agenda. The promise, as it were, to make none other. The free SHS thing is a huge one. It's going to be a personal project of the president to, as it were, make naysayers who felt that he was going to cancel it to know that he's committed to doing it and make it better. 24-hour economy, as you can see, the Honorable Gusitano is already in charge, and I have no doubt that will make things better for the good people of this country.
Thank you. Let me say a very big thanks to Elion Mauli, who is an international relations analyst. Thank you so much.
Of allegiance.
And also Edu Jitameklo. Let's quickly cross over to the main center for the event.
Kindly say after me. I, Professor Nana Jane Oboko Ajiman, do in the name of the Almighty God swear. Do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana. To the Republic of Ghana. As by law established. As by law established. That I will uphold. That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana. The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana. And that I will preserve. And that I will preserve. Protect. And defend. The Constitution. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. So help me God. Your Excellency, now the oath of the Vice President. I, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman, having been elected to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear. Do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will be faithful. That I will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana. To the Republic of Ghana. That I will at all times. That I will at all times preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And I dedicate myself. To the service. And well-being. Of the people of the Republic of Ghana. Of the people of the Republic of Ghana. And to do right. To all manner of persons. I I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Madam Vice President. Thank you. Lift your
Honorable members, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana shall now sign the oath book. members, and I have the pleasure and joy to, on your behalf, invite His Excellency the President-elect to take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the presidential oath. Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do so.
Your Excellency, kindly say after me, this is the oath of allegiance. I, your name,
John Dramani Mahama,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear,
that I will bear true faith,
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
to
the Republic of Ghana,
as
by law established,
that I will uphold
the sovereignty
and integrity
of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. Your Excellency, now the presidential oath.
I, John Dramani Mahama,
having been elected
to
the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear, that I will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana, that I will at all times preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and that I dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana, and to do right to all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President. Let me be the first.
Culture and steady in its pursuit of progress. Today we celebrate a momentous occasion in our nation's history as we welcome the newly elected President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. A true nation builder, committed to forging a brighter future for all Ghanaians. John Mahama embodies the pillars of leadership that our nation craves: trustworthiness, reliability, modesty, and above all, truthfulness. From the moment he stepped into the political arena, John Mahama has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the people of Ghana. His approachable demeanor, paired with his genuine concern for the needs of the Ghanaian, has earned him their trust. A trust that is pivotal for any leader aiming to guide a nation through challenging times.
What I really like about JDM is his humility. The man is simply so down to earth, it's unbelievable. He's so humble, it's unbelievable. I really like that about him.
Don Mama Osronyame, Odonyame, Osronyame, Openi Passem, Okita Kumapa, Mihuna say Mihumi Abema, or you've been so on your nipem, we are Kolao, we are Penio, we are Pepenio, we are Chivio, we are the Biao, try to be out Fibia, Don Mama Tawasa. On Casse, we in a tree, we in your will.
Members
of Obia.
President Mahama is practical. He communicates his issues very, very well. And he understands the Ghanaian politics very well. He understands the Ghanaian people very well. And that is what I like about him.
The brand, John Dramani Mahama, is not just a name. It represents resilience, strength, progress, and empathy.
I believe John Dramani Mahama is loved by many. His personality.
And now, on your behalf, invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to deliver his inaugural address. Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do so.
The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Members of Parliament, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, Her Ladyship the Chief Justice, Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion, Your Excellencies, Presidents, Heads of Government and Development Agencies, Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and former President, Your Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters. I wish you a good morning, and we give thanks to the Almighty God on this occasion. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most successful democratic transition, a reset, with the swearing in of the newly democratically elected President, Jerry John Rawlings, of blessed memory. Our nation was returned to a multi-party democracy with a new constitution that went into effect, and the Fourth Republic was officially established. I refer to it as a reset because on that day in 1993, we made our fourth attempt at establishing a democratic system of government with term limits based on free, fair, and transparent elections. The handover of power on January 7, 2001, between former President Jerry John Rawlings and at the time the newly elected President John Agyekum Kufuor, tested that reset, and our nation passed with flying colors. So today, with my induction as the new President of the Republic of Ghana, history is being made once again. And it is a history worth repeating every 4 years with each newly elected president. Today, we're also making a different kind of history, one that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, a nation of citizens enfranchised with the authority at the polls to determine their political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing President, having served one term, and he was the incoming President, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction, because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake and a smile, and he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties, and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana asked this to be our final meeting under these circumstances. And as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have without exception been a worthy opponent. I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. It was a grueling campaign, and we gave it our all. Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions and contributed to the early conclusion of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. My brothers and sisters, the world in which Ghana exists today, as I begin this presidency, is not the same world in which we have lived under other presidencies. There are tensions and conflicts that have not previously existed between nations. These tensions and conflicts place pressure on alliances to decide where we will support. There's a seismic shift happening within the system of global economic dominance. Whereas the G7 nations, United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan once provided the highest percentage of the world's GDP, over the last decade, that number has been steadily dropping. However, the combined total of the GDP of the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China,
of the Republic, endow members of Parliament and ministers of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and thy good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a country of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service, and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and a love for the common good. Bless the effort of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen. Summoning of Parliament for the first sitting of the first meeting of the 9th Parliament. Know ye all men that in the exercise of the powers conferred on the clerk to Parliament, I, Ebenezer Ahuma Jethro, acting clerk to Parliament, appointed under Article 124 of the Constitution and pursuant to Order A2 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, do hereby appoint Parliament House, Accra, to be the place and 12 midnight of Tuesday, the 7th of January 2025, to be the time when Parliament shall sit to elect a Speaker and Deputy Speakers for the administration of oath to the Speaker and members of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Signed, Ebenezer Ahmad Jethro, Acting Clerk to Parliament. Honourable members elect, it is my honor to inform you that I have received from the Electoral Commission the writ of elections for the December 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections, and I shall proceed to read the communication from the Electoral Commission. Let me indicate that the writs came in sequence. I have 3 writs of elections. Some are supplementary writs of elections. The first writ of election was issued dated 23rd December 2024, addressed to the Clerk to Parliament. And it reads, Dear Sir, submission of writ of elections for the parliamentary elections held on 7 December 2024. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust that this letter finds you well. I write to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 17 December 2024 with reference number PS/CS/027/34 on the above subject matter. Kindly find attached the writ of elections for the parliamentary elections held on Saturday, 7 December 2024 for 274 constituencies. Also attached is a schedule containing the names of the candidates elected pursuant to Regulation 43(2)(b) of the Public Elections Regulation 2020 CI 127. Please note that there are 2 constituencies which have issues with their coalitions. The Commission will notify you when the issues regarding the 2 constituencies have been resolved. So that is the first one. The second writ of elections was received on the 2nd of January 2025. It reads, the Clerk to Parliament, Parliament of Accra, dear sir, submission of writ of elections for the Domi Kwabenya parliamentary election held on 7 December 2024. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust this letter finds you well. Following the completion of the collation of polling station results for the Domi Kwabenya constituency, kindly find attached the writ of elections for the parliamentary elections held on Saturday, 7 December 2024 for the Domi Kwabenya constituency. Also attached is a schedule containing the name of the candidates elected pursuant to Regulation 43(2)(b) of the Public Elections Regulations 2024 CI 127. Signed, Samuel Tete, Deputy Chair, Operations. The third writ of elections was received on the 5th of January. 5th January. Also addressed to the Clerk to Parliament, and it reads, Dear Sir, submission of writ of elections for Okaikwe Central, Tema Central, and Techiman South parliamentary elections held on 7 December 2024. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust that this letter finds you well. Following the completion of the collation of police station results for Okaikwe Central, Tema Central, and Techiman South constituencies,